Hey y'all, it's Eric Lyon with Lyon Lawn Care again. I had a opportunity today to demo a really nice mower. It's a Spartan SRT-XD, and I'm gonna give y'all my quick thoughts on this. Mind you, it is just a demo. I've only had it for one day, and I'm about to clean it up and take it back to the dealership. So here we go. All right, y'all. Camera died, so take two. I went ahead and washed them. Brought mine out and washed it too, and just so you can see kind of side by side. But I'm gonna tell you, this Spartan, if I had to describe it in one word, it would be comfortable. There's suspension everywhere. Both front casters have a little suspension in them. I don't know how much that helps, but they were definitely, like I could see the coils working. It wasn't a whole lot of play, maybe an inch or so, but every little bit helps, I suppose. This kind of, I don't know if you can see it, there's like an assembly back here. I'm pretty sure that a whole assembly is on some kind of little suspension system. This whole platform right here for the seat is suspended, and of course the seat itself is a suspension seat. I felt extremely comfortable on this mower very quickly. The deck lift, this thing is spring loaded very nicely. It was extremely easy to push compared to that Husqvarna over there. Not that the Husqvarna is difficult, but once you get on this thing and use the deck lift assist on this, it's night and day. Also, it's kind of nice, it has like a slow fall system, so when you release the pedal to lower the deck, it slowly comes down and settles into its desired height instead of just kind of slamming down like the Husqvarna does. Also, the Husqvarna has the pull pin system. This has the turn dial. You release the pressure with foot pedal, turn the dial to where you want it, and then release the foot pedal, and it slowly falls to the desired height. These things, I have really bad wrists. I don't know about other people that have normal, healthy wrists. Both of my wrists are really bad. I broke both of them when I was a teenager, and I've had really bad wrist pain, and they pop all the time. These were a lifesaver. I love these. If I can find some that are gonna fit on my Husqvarna, I'm gonna get them, because those were awesome. I didn't even use the armrests, which are really cool. I actually tried them out for a little bit. If you turn this, both of them have this feature and can be adjusted individually. It adjusts how far they sit down. Here, let me show you. So this comes down. Oh, I have that adjusted way far. If you turn that, see it a little less. So you can adjust how high or low those armrests go individually. So, and of course the seat slides forward and backwards. I'm pretty short, so I had it slid almost, not all the way forward, but most of the way forward. But yeah, oh, and I did adjust this one notch forward because I had to slide the seat so far forward to reach the foot pedal. These were now like almost in my chest, so I knocked them forward a little bit to be more comfortable. So this mower is designed to be comfortable to sit in all day long, and it definitely was. I sat in it most of the day today. It rained a lot early this morning, so I didn't sit in it all day because we had to come in for the rain for a little bit, but I love this thing. Also, here, it'll be easiest to show you this from the back. Let me show you the Husqvarna first. Now, the Husqvarna is not a small mower, but that's a thick boy right there. And I have a theory, because one of the things that I love most about this Spartan mower is its ability to hold a hill. This thing, okay, the property that I mowed today, obviously I normally mow it with my own mower. There's a lot of places that I won't go with my mower, or that I know that if I go on this certain place, then I'm gonna probably slide, but I'm gonna do it anyways just to mow that long strip and just kind of manage the slide. And there's also places that where if you point downhill, my hydros let go, and you know, I just kind of have to coast down at the end of the hill and turn around. And I've learned kind of the limits of the Husqvarna. And I'm not bashing on the Husqvarna, because this is a $6,500 mower, and I don't know what the MSRP on this one, but I would imagine it's 12 or 13,000. So this is literally double the price of this mower. So don't think I'm bashing the Husqvarna, but now that I've experienced this, there's nowhere on that property that I just mowed where I could get this thing to slide. I tried to get it to slide. I put it facing downhill when it wasn't supposed to be. Instead of facing uphill, I put it on steeper hills that I would normally drive on, that I would normally weed eat. This thing held everything, and it didn't even, it didn't even bat an eye. It was rock solid the entire time, and I think it is a combination of this really wide wheelbase, plus the aggressive tires. It has nice bitey tires on the sidewall so that when you tilt it, it digs in. That combined with obviously the bigger hydrostatic transmission. It has a 16cc Parker transmission and the more powerful engine. It has this 36 horsepower Vanguard EFI. It was a monster on hills. It made me want to go buy these tires and put them on this mower. And I know that wouldn't solve all my problems, but I could not believe some of the hills. You know those hills where it's so steep that the grass isn't even growing in evenly, it's like all patchy and dirt, and that was the stuff that I was putting this on, and I could not believe. Every time I would do that, but okay, it's gonna slide on this one, and it would. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna find a little bit steeper part, and it would just go right over. Didn't even phase it. It was amazing. So amazing hill climber, great comfort. I'm sure there's other things that I'm missing that I really liked about this mower, but I really like the ROP system, because it folds down so low. Now, looking at them side by side, it's about the same as the Husqvarna, but you're sitting much lower in the Husqvarna. So because you're sitting up higher on the Spartan, your head is much higher than the ROPs. And where I mow, I have to go under things a lot. Well, over here, if I bend down, that doesn't mean bend down to go under a tree or whatever. That doesn't mean that the ROPs aren't still going to catch something. Over here, they're much lower. So if I bend down, it's almost the same height as the seat. So if I bend down to go under something, the ROPs are going to go underneath it as well. So not really obviously a big deal, but it was kind of nice, especially because I have to deal with that so much, going under tree limbs and that kind of stuff. Okay, here's my one. It's not really, I don't even know if I would call it a con, but I did mow a field, and I mowed about 5 or 6 passes with the Spartan, and then I mowed about 5 or 6 passes right next to it with the Husqvarna. And then I went inside to the customer at the place that I was mowing, and I said, hey, I didn't tell them which one it was. I said, hey, come out here and tell me which cut you like best. And they chose the Husqvarna cut. And I agreed with the customer. I think the Husqvarna has it's not leaps and bounds. Like if the Husqvarna had a A level cut, this would probably be like a B plus or an A minus. Like it's close. Also, I think that the Spartan does a better job, the Spartan deck does a better job at picking up those really annoying long dandelion stalks. I was going pretty quick and it would cut most of those stalks down, where I know if I was going that fast on the Husqvarna, it would cut hardly any of them. So the Husqvarna leaves a better cut, so it's more if you're going to be cutting a manicured lawn or something where weed control is applied. I definitely think the Husqvarna has a better cut. However, if you're cutting like fields or places where they don't do weed control, the Spartan I think is a very adequate cutting system. The other thing is, this is a 52 inch, this is a 61, yeah, 61. Now I didn't, and this is my fault, I wasn't used to cutting with a 61 inch deck. And so what I would do, I caught myself doing this several times when I was mowing with the Spartan, is that I would make a pass and then turn around and come back, and I would be overhanging, like because normally in the Husqvarna, I put the edge about right here. So I put the edge of my caster wheel right on the edge of the cut. So that comes right there, and it gives, you know, just that little bit of overhang, just enough where I can cut it and get the maximum efficiency out of this 52-inch deck. Well, if you do that on the Spartan, boom, now you got 6 inches of overlay. So I found myself doing that quite often, and that's not the, obviously that's not the mower's fault. I just wasn't used to the mower. But the reason I say this is because I wasn't utilizing this deck to its fullest potential, because I wasn't using the entire deck. However, because this mower was so comfortable and so much faster speed-wise than this mower, I don't know exactly how much faster it was, but it was, I mean, just so much faster. It was very noticeable how much more quickly I got done at that big commercial property. Like I said, it was raining this morning. I had to come in several times. I started really late this morning because I had some other things to do. Normally I like to get out to that job site around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll mow with this mower and weed eat until 2:30 or 3 o'clock. I didn't get out there until 9 o'clock this morning, had several rain delays, and I finished at 2 o'clock today mowing with the Spartan. So there's just a very significant noticeable difference mowing with this mower. Part of it is just simply because it's a faster mower. Part of it is, and I think the main part is, because it's so much more comfortable, it soaks up all the bumps, that I don't feel the need to slow down to get over all the little bumps. Because I've been mowing that property for coming up on a year now. I know where all the bumps are. So when I get to them on this mower is very rough on the ride. I know to slow down, I know to, you know, take it easy around this spot. This one, I just plowed over everything. I didn't bat an eye. This was so much faster, and I loved it. Great job, Spartan. Now, am I going to buy this mower? No, simply because it's a $13,000 mower. If I was going to buy a Spartan, and I might eventually, I'd probably go to the HD version instead of the XD. This is like the super top of the line XD version. They have an SRT-XD version that I would probably look at and probably buy. It's just a slightly smaller motor package and hydro package, but it has all the same suspension components and obviously the same deck. And I think I would be very, very happy with that mower. So thank you guys for watching. I'll give you a little bit of mowing footage here at my house. I couldn't get any at that commercial property because, excuse me, they do not allow videoing or like photos of their property. So, and that's totally fine, but here's some footage of my property.